Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the T92 HMC. It's the Tier 10 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Major MTP, Cat 6. Now, I know it happens to be his birthday today, so we've done this video especially for him. Okay, Tier 10 Arty, biggest gun in the game, 24 centimeters. It's got a huge damage. Alpha damage is 1300. It's not the highest alpha damage in the game, but it's certainly a very big shell, and it will stun for, well, quite some time if it does actually impact you. Up to 35 seconds it could be. It's built on the hull of the T96 E3, the Eagle, and that's actually in the game now as a medium tank. They only built 5 of these, and they built 2 with the 8-inch gun, and that's the T93 HMC. Well, Major MTP's set up, and he's now looking for a target to hit. And, well, we've got an interloper in the bush. Yep, bad mistake. Don't go to that bush. Not when there's a What Arty Noobs members about, because you're likely to get absolutely wiped out if you do. Okay, well, that one gets away with it because he went up to the bush and then pulled away. I suspect that, though, he might actually still be in the bush. In fact, from what I can tell, there's an AMX 13105 unaccounted for, and he might have actually been seen near the bush. So maybe he was in the bush and the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen pulled away simply because somebody was already there. It's just a thought. I probably would have fired on the bush anyway. But you don't get a huge number of rounds in this Arty, only 16. So maybe we'll find out later on if there is an AMX 13105 in that bush. And we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, well, that's the first round gone. It's a long reload, 41.34 seconds. If you can use the innovative loading mechanism, then yes, it's well worth it to, or the innovative loading rammer, I should say. It's well worth saving those extra seconds that it will give you. Okay, we've got an Object 430U up there, and oh, lots of targets to shoot at. Which one's going to be the lucky recipient of a little HE? Well, it looks like it's the AMX 50. Oh, and he pulls back just in time, but he still gets stunned and loses 421 hit points of damage, and there's a ding-dong battle going on up there right now. In fact, just behind that rock would be the ideal place to put the shell, because if you do put the shell behind there, you're going to get 4 tanks with one shot. So we just have to hope that our guys hold them there and they stay nice in line. A premium shell would be absolutely perfect about now. And that TVP, well, he's gone around the corner to take out the 60 TP, and his team are now pushing. Of course, the TVP is going to pull back to reload because he's only got, is it 4 shots? No, he's gone. And the round goes in and damages the Super Conqueror and the 430U. The enemy's putting a lot of pressure onto this battle on the north of the hill. Very little going on down below. An IS-7's holding off for Foch 155, and that AMX 13105 has still not been seen, but our one has actually made it into the ramp, so he'll be spotting the enemy ones. Almost ready to go again. Looks like the 705 is going to get it this time. Lining it up, and waiting until he pulls down. Rounds out, and 236 hit points this time. 705 is taking damage from quite a few different directions. Unfortunately, he cleared his stun very quickly, which means we're not picking up much in the way of stun assist. He's getting ready to shoot his next one. Just lining it up. The 705's used this repair kit, so he probably won't be able to do it again for a while. And the round's out, and yep, he's damaged the Object 430U and the 705A. And they're both stunned this time, and they can't clear the stun because their first aid kit's on cooldown. Okay, another 20 seconds, he'll be able to shoot again. That 705 is almost out of health. He's only got 1 hit point left. It's amazing he's still rolling. Okay, loaded. He's going to take a guess here, I think. Or is he? No, he's decided not to shoot and look for a definite target rather than where the enemy was last seen. Oh, now he's seen them. And he takes out the IS-7 with that shot, but the 705 gets to move down. He's only got the 1 hit point left, but he still manages to take out our Object 277 with just 1 hit point. In fact, the enemy are getting closer all the time. But Major MTP Cat 6, he's not moving. He's staying. He's nailed his colours to the mast. He's definitely staying where he is. He's not retreating at all. In fact, he is now the closest to the enemy. They're coming down the hill towards him. He fires around in and hits the 2684. And his teammate from behind him takes out that tank destroyer. In fact, it was the Death Star that got him, not an Arty. And it's kind of put a halt to the enemy advance because that 705 doesn't want to move forward when he's only got 1 hit point. I think he's now regretting that charge down the hill. Well, if he stays where he is, he's going to go because yep, he's gone. The Batchat 25 tank got him. And so all that assault, all that battle on top of the hill is now over because, oh, the Progetto takes around for 252. He's only got 14 hit points left now. And everything the enemy team did to get down the hill, it's pointless because all their tanks have been lost except that Progetto and one that's still up on top of the hill, which is a Kramvan. They are now losing by 2 tanks. Now, presumably that Progetto is still there. And he fires the round in just to check. And yes, he is still there. The shockwave takes out the Progetto, which is what you'd expect from an Arty. It would. It literally turned the crew to jelly. And that would be the end of their game. Okay, we don't know where the Kramvan is, so there's no point in shooting him. Even though that was the last seen spot in A0, what we do have is a ship barn over in B1, and that's a definite target because he's been pinned in there by an AMX 13105 who's on reload, and an IS-7 and a Batchat are racing to try and get to that spot. There's only 3 enemy left. Oh, he was up there. Getting ready to shoot. Line him up. Work out where he's going, and rounds out. Lands right in front of him for 192 hit points. The Object 140 is ignoring him, even though he's still up there. But we do have our Death Star, so it's going to be a very, very bad move for him to move down the hill because he'll probably get heshed. Yep, that Death Star does carry the Hesh round, which can do a huge amount of damage. We just switch quickly to Battle Assistant view. But the Kramvan is one of 2 tanks left alive. They've got an Arty, a Batchat 155-58, and I suspect he might be in that corner because they didn't find him in the usual spot. And he's picked up another 343 hit points. So I think the back chat might be in the far northeast corner. And the Cravan's trying to guard his teammate. Trying to stay alive. Well, we're capping at the moment, which is a bit sad really, because you don't need to. Not when there's only 2 enemies left. Oh, they found the back chat. He just killed the back chat 25 ton. So, he must be up on top of that hill. He must be. Well, there goes the Cranvon. So, is he in the corner? I think he is, but we'll find out very shortly. If the Object 140 6 cents went off, yeah, it does appear that he's making moves as if he thinks there's something in that corner. The Death Star's not worried. He's just going straight on in. We're going to be loaded any second. Yes, he is in there, and that wins the game. And we're about to cap out as well, and it doesn't happen. So what a good game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Major MTP Cat 6 in the T92 HMC. And it's not just any ace tanker. This was his first ace tanker in the big tier 10 American. And he also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 20 in this one. And his win rate for the game was 3,426. Very good indeed. Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. Nope, that actually went to that Cranbarn. He put up a good defense and got 4,895 hit points of damage. Next highest scorer was the Object 140, who got 4,013. And after that, it was the Progetto with 3,925. When you're actually looking at where on the table he is on damage, I think actually there are several tanks that are ahead of him. In fact, there's 4 tanks on the enemy team, 2 tanks on his own team ahead of him, so he must be in 7th place. And yes, not great on damage, but it's still very good. I mean, it's a high score. And when it comes to kills, he's actually in joint 3rd place, because the top scorer was the Object 140. He got 5 kills. The Death Star managed to get 3, so did the Progetto 65 that Major MTP managed to shot kill. And yep, Major MTP picked up 2 kills in that one, alongside the AMX 13105, the Batchat 155.58 and the TVP. When it came to base XP, he was right at the top. And of course he would be, because he did do a lot of stun during that game. Even though he didn't get a huge amount of stun in terms of during the battle, he was stunning the enemy. But then we're using their first aid kit straight away to get rid of the stun. If we look at the detail report, we can see he fired 12 shots, got 1 direct hit, but no penetrations, 15 splash. Damage of 3,122 hit points, of which 2,539 were at more than 300 meters. As you saw, one of the enemy got very close to him, under 300 meters, before he was taken out. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 939 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 51,816 credits, got 25,908 from personal reserves, and 72,799 for holiday ops. Total amount was 150,523 credits. And after resupply of ammunition, he took away 120,523 profit. He got 10 bonds for the battle, but didn't get any awards other than the ace tanker. He earned 1,452 XP times 2 for the first victory. He got 726 for completing the mission, that's holiday ops, and 726 from personal reserves. Took away 4,356 experience points altogether. So very well done there to Major MTP Cat 6. It's difficult to get an ace tanker in the tier 10 Arties. You have to go some, but this was his first one. So major congratulations. Happy birthday to Major MTP Cat 6. If you enjoyed that replay, Please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We don't have that many subscribers, which is surprising because we put out a lot of content. Some of it is quite reasonable. Unfortunately, you do have to put up with listening to me, but other than that, the gameplay is brilliant. So well done and thanks for watching.